You guys, I think we're live, giving Zoom and Facebook a few minutes here to catch up. Let's see if you are here, if you're tuning in, let me know. Looks like Facebook has changed a few features. Cool. All right. Let me know how you guys are doing. Tiffany Higgins here. In case you don't know me, if you're brand new to the group, I have launched and founded the Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper Academy about 2 years ago. And since then, we have helped thousands of women and some men go through our program and graduate and have successful bookkeeping businesses where they make $100 an hour or more, and they have been able to quit their corporate jobs, work on a flexible schedule, whatever that looks like for them, be able to spend more time with their family, be able to take vacations that they never thought they could, be able to pay off student loan debt, and all sorts of other amazing, amazing benefits. So I'm super excited to share with you a little bit more about my journey and about what this group is about. So if you're totally new to the group, I'm going to go through the program so you have a really clear idea if this is something that you want to learn more about. And if it is, you can book a call with our team, free call to chat with us about the program and about the bookkeeping business opportunity and see how it would work for your family. So I'll go into an overview here pretty soon. But I also wanted to share with you guys that the topic for today's call is going to be all about how to have a life for yourself. So we're all here because we want to spend more time with our kids. We want a job that allows us to have the freedom and the flexibility and the means to be able to support our family and be with our family however that feels good to us. But one thing I really, really want to talk about today, and I'm super excited to talk about, is how that can make you feel as a person. Take away all the other name tags that you have for yourself: mom, business owner, accountant, whatever it is, nurse, whatever, teacher. Take away all of those titles and who are you as a person, and how can this business help you enjoy your life? So I have some really cool, fun news that I want to share with you guys just recently, and exactly what I did for myself to really get to enjoy being me, something that I have wanted to do since I was 15. And I finally did it this last weekend. So I can't wait to share that with you. I'm going to share that with you guys towards the end. So stay tuned through the live so you can see this really fun, cool, exciting thing that I did for myself that I would have never been able to do if I hadn't taken that first step and launched my bookkeeping business. 6 years ago now. So super exciting stuff. I can't wait to tell you. So if you guys are tuning in, say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Also, I love to make these lives super interactive. So I want to answer the questions that you have. So if you're on this call today and you're watching, tell me the questions that you have. Ask them now, ask them all throughout the live. I would love to be able to answer your questions and give you some feedback that's going to help you make a decision on whether or not this is for you, or how to continue to grow your business if you've already started it. So keep those questions coming and I will get to them all. I love answering questions. And then if you guys want to be on our email list, so you can see, we send out almost every day, we send out an email highlighting a student's win or success. And it's really, really motivational, really encouraging, and really fun to read. So if you'd like to be on our email list, comment email below and we'll reach out to you directly and get you on our email list. If you want to be on our text list, we only send out texts to remind you when we go live. So if you want to be on our text list, comment text below and we'll reach out to you to get you on there as well. So I've got a lot of comments. All right, we got lots of people tuning in already. So the first thing that I'm going to do, oh, hey, Janelle, good to see you on here. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Gwen. Nice to see you, Gwen. Samantha's here. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Amanda. We have Kara, Kayleen, Jennifer. Hi, guys. Barbara's on. Hello, hello. Kayleen says newbie from Western Colorado. Awesome. How exciting. And Jennifer's from Ohio. Very awesome. Akima, that's a beautiful name. And Janelle, she's from my hometown in St. Joseph, Missouri. We went to high school together, so good to see you, Janelle. Let's see, thank you guys for commenting. Oh, Megan's from Texas. I currently live in Houston right now, so hello from Texas. All right, so, oh, and Rachel's in Colorado, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of go over the program a little bit, tell you guys a little bit backstory on why you even would wanna do a bookkeeping business, but don't forget, keep the comments coming, keep the questions coming, because after I go over this, I'm gonna hop on over and I'm gonna answer all of your questions. And then at the end, I'm gonna share with you the crazy thing I did for myself because of my business. Super crazy thing, super exciting. You guys will definitely wanna tune in and hear this. Okay, so first thing I want to share is our website. So if you want some more information about our program, our website is a great place to start. I'm going to put the link in the comments below. And it's www.stayatHomeBookkeeper.com. And the very first place that we always recommend people starting is to grab a copy of our ebook. So if you're brand new to the group and you don't really know much about what we offer here or what a bookkeeping business would do for your family, grabbing a copy of our ebook is going to be the best place to start. This ebook basically talks about my journey. It shows you exactly what our life looked like before, what happened when we started our bookkeeping business, and how my life has changed because of it. And then at the end, there's also some actionable steps for you to get started on this journey. So it costs $5.90 for the ebook. Many of our students have said that this ebook, this $6 was the best thing that they ever bought in their life. So that's really exciting and heartwarming to me. And if you click on announcements in the group, you'll be able to see a post where students have shared feedback on how the book has impacted their life. So you can check that out. And the link is also in that post to be able to grab a copy of the book for yourself. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. And just to give you an idea, the Stay at Home Bookkeeper Academy is a program that's all about teaching people with no prior experience and no prior certifications, no prior education in the field. We teach you how to become a bookkeeper, but we also teach you how to become a business owner so that you can really have a great business of your dreams and make over $100 an hour and enjoy what you're doing, enjoy the process. So that's what we strive to do here. Our Facebook group is called Have Your Cake and Eat It Too, because we want families to be able to have the best of both worlds. We want you to have this flexible time and freedom with your family, but we also want you to have financial means to be able to support your family and live the life that you want. So I know for me, this is me and my family. This picture is about 3 years old. But I have 5 kiddos, and as you can see, these guys are older. So I went about 11 years really struggling to try to figure out how I was going to make ends meet, but also be the kind of parent that I wanted to be. So when my first 2 kids, Landon and Peyton, were really little, I chose to work part-time, and then I chose to stay at home for a good chunk of that. And it was very difficult. We tried to survive off of a $30,000 annual income so that I could stay home with the kids. So that meant a lot of budgeting. It meant not living in the house that we want to live in or drive the kind of cars that we wanted to drive or be able to ever take any kind of vacations. And I always felt like I had to choose. And, that's great for a while. And then you kind of just feel like really stuck in life. But then if you go back to work and you have to pay daycare for 2 kids, you're really kind of in the same situation all over again, except it feels even worse because other people are raising your kids. Now, I'm not saying everybody feels that way. And if you don't have the mom guilt that I had, then maybe you have other reasons for wanting to do this. But for me, I had a lot of mom guilt around that. And I didn't want my kids to go to daycare. So I did whatever I could to sacrifice. And that usually meant sacrificing our financial stability. So once they got a little bit older and they were in school and I went back to work, it was okay. I felt frustrated a lot because I still wasn't really making enough money to be able to go on vacations. I could pay our bills and we could make ends meet, and that was fine and dandy. But then other things came about that were really frustrating, like not being able to go eat lunch with my kids at school because it took longer than an hour, my hour lunch break. Not being able to go on field trips because I didn't have time off, or my boss needed me to do something at work, not having a flexible schedule to be able to do that. Having to bring my kids to the office when they got out of school because my boss wanted me to sit in my desk until 5 p.m., even though I really didn't have anything to do. That was frustrating. So living a life where you're punching a clock or doing things that you really just don't want to do, and even if you're making some money, it's frustrating and it's not worth it. So it wasn't until Boston came along that the straw that broke the camel's back finally pushed me to take that leap. I was working in a CPA firm, helping out with taxes. And I actually had just passed my CPA license and I was really hoping to get a really great raise. But at this point, I was still barely making $40,000 a year. So really not much that you can live off of. And so after Boston was born, I went through tax season with her as an infant, pretty much crying the whole 3 months. And it was really frustrating. And then after tax season was over, I got a really tiny raise. And it was kind of the push that I needed. I realized that my boss was never going to appreciate me in the way that I was hoping to be appreciated, and that I was never actually going to make the kind of money that I want to make unless I step out and do it for myself. So I did that. I quit my job right at the end of that tax season. Boston was about 6 months old, and I started to grow my bookkeeping business. And lo and behold, I was really surprised. All I had planned on doing was picking up a couple of clients to make the difference between what I was earning minus what I was paying a nanny for, to help me take care of Boston. And I ended up getting those clients really fast, so fast that within 7 months, we had enough clients to cover our entire monthly expenses for our family. So my husband was able to quit his job. So on Christmas Eve of 2015, my husband became a stay-at-home dad. And I was working part-time in a bookkeeping business that completely paid for all of our bills. So it was very, very exciting. And the book will go into more detail about that, but I'm happy to answer more questions if you guys have any about that. But that's a little about me and my journey. And since then, the Bookkeeper Academy, we have been able to help so many other moms repeat the process that I went through and break free from those corporate chains and really be able to live the life that they want. So if you go to our website, you can read student reviews here. There's a ton of reviews on there from our prior students. And then you can actually even watch some success story video interviews that we've got on our website here. And a lot of these ladies have either come back now and they coach and mentor in our academy, and show other people how to follow not only in my footsteps, but also in theirs. And a lot of these students also have joined our Elite Mastermind program, which is a step-up program that you can graduate into depending on the goals that you have for yourself and your business. So another cool thing that we have on our website is a really cool calculator tool that shows you, based on how much money that you want or need to make per month, how many clients do you need to find, and about how many hours a week do you expect to work to complete the bookkeeping for those clients. So let's just go with a round number. Let's say that you need $5,000 a month to cover all of your monthly living expenses. So if you click on 5,000, it will change the numbers down here. And based on 5,000, you need about 10 small, very small bookkeeping clients in order to make $5,000 a month. So as you can see, 10 is a really low number. There's about 16 million businesses just in the US alone, and you only need to find 10 of them. 10, that's it. You probably have 10 people in your neighborhood that own businesses. So it doesn't really take that long to find 10 if you really put your heart down into marketing, which we show you all about how to do that, which is basically just talking to people, being okay with talking to people. So if you are shy, you're an introvert, it may take a little bit more of your energy to do that, but it's well worth stepping out of your comfort zone. And once you get these base amount of clients, you no longer have to do marketing. Typically, bookkeeping businesses grow organically with referrals from current clients because it's such a needed, a necessary service that we provide that people will start to seek you out, which is amazing. But if you have 10 bookkeeping clients, it's only going to take you about 10 to 17 hours per week to complete the work for those clients. And the high range is usually new. When you're very new at the very beginning, the first like 1 to 3 months of having a client takes a little bit longer to get them cleaned up and understand their purchasing habits and their spending habits and things like that. But once you have that client for about 3 months and going on, you should expect to only spend about 10 hours a week on those clients actually doing the bookkeeping work. So if you are making $5,000 a month right now, and you're working more than 10 hours a week, then a bookkeeping business would definitely benefit you. So you guys can come to the website here and play around with this calculator and see what that would look like for your family. So we have 3 different programs that we help students through getting a bookkeeping business off the ground. And I'm going to do a brief overview of those programs, but please book a call with us if you want to talk about them in more depth. And we would be able to help you understand how each one of these options would work for your family and for your life and help you determine which one is going to be the best fit for you. And like I said, these calls are completely free. So the very first thing we have is our bookkeeping course. This is a do-it-yourself program, no coaching, no mentors, no hand-holding. It's all DIY. It is our main overview, our main coursework that shows you everything you need to know to start your home-based bookkeeping business, even if you have no experience. So you're going to learn about QuickBooks Online. You're going to learn bookkeeping basics and how to read and understand financial statements. You're going to learn how to utilize QuickBooks for multiple businesses. You're going to learn how to set up your business on the back end for success and even leverage partner programs so that you can bring in residual income and commission income. You're going to learn how to talk to new clients, how to quote new clients, how to sign them on as clients, how to onboard them, how to complete the back work, how to complete the monthly work, and how to finish up the year for them and do 1099s for your clients. And you're also going to learn how to market and how to find clients and how to enjoy the whole process, because a lot of it has to do with mindset. However, we found that most people are not as successful with the bookkeeping course because it is do-it-yourself and because questions come up that really put a what's the word I'm looking for? You need to really be able to tap into your confidence, your self-confidence. So if you have no experience and no degrees in this, we do encourage people to consider or at least book a call and talk to us about the Bookkeeper Academy, because a lot of people are so much more successful when they actually have help and they know that they've got support all around the clock. So the Bookkeeper Academy, if you enroll in that, you get everything in the bookkeeping course for free, but you get so much more. We are available basically 24/7 to help you with your business. There is a private Facebook group where we answer every question that's posted, but we also have Zoom calls every single day, Monday through Friday, multiple Zoom calls throughout the week to help answer your questions. We do special trainings all the time on mindset and sales and encouragement. And we have so many opportunities for you to get help with your current clients, how to quote, how to complete the work. You even have the opportunity 3 times a week to request private breakout rooms and be able to share your screen so our student mentors can actually walk you through the process. And the cool thing too, that one of my favorite things about the Bookkeeper Academy is that when you get your first client, no matter where you're at and no matter what certifications you have or don't have, you're always going to be nervous. And we have unlimited one-on-one calls in our academy for your first client. So we literally will walk you through over Zoom every single step until that client is completely wrapped up and finished and you've been able to issue financial statements to them. So it really provides students a great peace of mind knowing that they're going to get unlimited help with this first client. Once you go through the process one time, you're usually really ready to go to be able to take on more and more clients, because it just takes 1 or 2 times of going through it to really solidify the process in your mind and feel really comfortable with replicating it for more and more and more clients. And the cool thing is when you get a new client, we set them up on fixed price packages, reoccurring revenue. So every time you get a new client, you usually get a really cool sign-on bonus because they don't have their back work done, and then you add to your monthly reoccurring revenue. So every new client is just expanding your monthly income, and it's very, very exciting to constantly see that go up. So that's part of the features that you get in there. We also do free financial statement reviews so that you know that your clients' books are being done perfectly. We do sales coaching. We also design a website for you. And that is completely done for you. You don't even have to do anything except for a couple of little housekeeping things on the front end. And then we completely design your website and it's ready to go. And we get a ton of compliments from tax professionals and CPAs and other experienced bookkeepers out there on our websites and how gorgeous they are. So it's a really cool, fun feature that we get to have for people. So that's the Bookkeeper Academy. You get 12 full months in there, and we aim to help you graduate the academy making $100K a year. So you should have your reoccurring revenue somewhere around $8,000 a month by the time you graduate. Obviously, that's going to look different for different people depending on how much time they are wanting to put into their business. And if they want to grow it to that size. We have a lot of people in our academy that are really just looking to make $3,000 or $4,000 a month, so they can actually just enjoy being home with their kiddos when they're little. So lots of flexibility. You can grow your bookkeeping business to whatever size that you want. And if you find yourself as one of those people that really wants to grow your bookkeeping business to an empire where you maybe potentially hire people that work for you, then the Elite Mastermind is definitely for you. So this is a program that we launched about a year ago, and we realized that our students were really wanting to continue to grow beyond just having a few clients for themselves. So we created the Elite Mastermind to help our students learn how to build a team and have a staff under them and put themselves in a sales and marketing and a business development position so they can really leverage their skills, the parts of the business that they enjoy, and have other people help carry out the actual bookkeeping work and communication with clients. And when you do something like that, you're able to make even more money. So I'll give you an example. Kaylee joined our Elite Mastermind about a year ago after she graduated the Bookkeeper Academy. She had an amazing bookkeeping business set up, but she wanted to grow and she felt like she didn't have the time or the capacity to grow any further. But she wanted to make more money. So we worked on implementing procedures and processes so that she could actually start building a team. And she hired some people to help work for her. And we got a lot of stuff off of her plate, and she was able to focus on sales and marketing. And since then, she now makes about $340 an hour on her client work because her team handles the majority of the work. So she spends about 10 hours a week working with her team and on her clients. Another 10 hours a week, she chooses to work on marketing and sales. And she is now working part-time, 20 hours a week. If you do the math there, 10 plus 10, about 20 hours a week she's working, and she's making more than her husband does working a full-time construction job outside of the house. So it's very, very exciting stuff here, guys. And it can really help you no matter what level that you are at, whether you want to just supplement your income, pay off some debt, go on vacations, or if you're wanting to build an empire, we can help you get started. And once you open those doors, you can take it as far as you want. So like I said, here in a few minutes, after I answer all of your questions, I'm going to show you what I did this weekend that wouldn't have been possible had I never started my business. So, and this is something that's been for me. I know a lot of you, your why are you wanting to start a bookkeeping business? It's for your kids, it's for your family. Some of you, maybe it's for you, but if for those of you that are doing this specifically because you want to spend more time with your kids and with your family, I'm going to show you that there's also some other things, that the other reasons why you might want to do this just for you and not even necessarily for your kids. So stay tuned for the end because I'll show you that. So anyway, there is a link to book a call if you guys have any questions. We love to talk to everybody. It looks like Tiffany Ware's probably already posted the link, but I'm going to throw it in there too. It says I don't have permission to comment on my own live. That's hilarious. Okay. So Tiffany Ware, if you haven't posted already, you want to post the link in there. Facebook is funny and isn't letting me comment on my own live. So anyway, book a call with us, guys. We would love to chat with you. I am going to look at all these questions now and see. So if you have some questions, make sure you put them in. I'm going to go back through all of them right now and answer everything that you guys have. Shauna says she's currently working. I will view this whenever I have more time. Sounds good. We will send you guys all an email with the link to access this replay. So we send those out every Wednesday. So if you don't get a chance to watch them live, save the link in your email. It'll be there for you to view. Vali says, I definitely have mom guilt. Yep, absolutely. Mom guilt is the #1 reason why I started my business. And it's helped me tremendously feel like a better mom because I'm able to be there whenever I want. I still have duties and responsibilities that my business, needs me. So I can't always be there 100% of the time, but I get to choose when I want to work and when I want to be with my family. So if there's a doctor's appointment or if my kids fall down and scrape up their knee, I can stop working and I can go give them a hug and I can be there for them. So it's really freeing to have options, and it's freeing to be able to choose. So, and then working when they're asleep, or working, on a Saturday night if you want to, because you want to be able to go to a field trip or go to the zoo on a Tuesday. You can totally do that. It's super flexible, and it really helps to reduce that mom guilt a lot. Nicole says, can you succeed with just purchasing the bookkeeping course and not the academy? I was told that you can't fully serve your clients if you don't commit to the academy. Yes, Nicole, very few people, what we have found, have been successful with just enrolling in the course. So initially when we launched this program 2 years ago, our main focus was getting this course out to people. But what we have found over time is that people don't feel equipped with enough information to be able to go out there and handle it. They want to know, oh my gosh, this person asked me this question. What do I say? I have no idea what to say. Where do I find this information in the course? I don't know where it is. So when you have problems or questions like that and you're in the academy, you can just hop on a Zoom call or you can post in there and you get an answer. And we help you through every situation. So I'm not going to say that people aren't successful with the bookkeeping course, but the reason we focus so heavily on improving and growing the academy is because that's the only place where we can guarantee that you're successful. So there are a few students in this group that have been successful with just the course alone, but most people are going to need that extra help. They're going to need that extra support even for a little while. And so we've really focused very heavily on developing the academy. So Nicole, to kind of give you an example too, of the academy, and depending on what your goals are, even if you want it to be super, super small, let's say you only want to make $2,000 a month. So $2,000 a month times 12 is $24,000 a year. Let's just say over 5 years, that's $120,000 that you're going to make if you want a super tiny, super small bookkeeping business. So investing in the academy to turn around and make $120,000 over the next 5 years is really a drop in the bucket. So, and we can guarantee your success in the academy because we are there to help you. We know that you can do this, and we will help you every step of the way. And if you have a roadblock, we can diagnose what's going on and help you break past it. Whereas if you're somebody that maybe has a roadblock but isn't a super self-aware or not to know what to do with it, if you're not in the academy, you may not be able to break past it. So any kind of mindset issues, confidence issues that our potential students face, we can't help you with that if you're not in the academy. So we typically try to steer people away from just doing the course, because it's just really hard to guarantee that you're going to be successful with a DIY course. And we don't want to take your money unless we know that you're gonna get a good return on your investment. So that's our stance on that, Nicole. Let me know if you have more questions. And then I answered that question about why do you recommend investing into the academy versus just doing the DIY course. How quickly can I see a return on investment if I decide to invest on the academy? You can see a return on investment very, very quickly. So depending on what your time availability is to put in the effort, you'll be ready for clients within 7 to 14 days. And our program is designed and set up to help you find clients immediately, even if you are not quite ready in your mind to take on clients, because we want to help you make money first and learn as you go. We don't allow our students to put out any bad work, so don't be worried about that. But we do want you to get paid for this whole process. And as long as you come to all of the support options, we will help you make sure that you are providing world-class service to your clients, even if you've been paid for those and you don't feel confident or comfortable actually doing the work yet, because we will help you every step of the way. So you can actually get your return on investment really, really, really fast. Some people get clients within the first week of joining. Other people, it takes 3 months to get clients. It really just depends. A lot of that has to do with your mindset and how willing you are to do what it takes to step out of your comfort zone and follow the steps in the program. Other people need to work a little bit harder on their mindset before they are comfortable with taking clients. And it also depends on how much time that you want to dedicate to this in the beginning. So some people have a lot of kids at home and they work 40 hours a week and they have a long commute, and that may take a little bit longer for you to get clients than somebody else who maybe already works from home or just works part-time, or maybe has kids at home but doesn't work yet. So it's really different from person to person, but everybody that is in the academy will get their return on investment usually within their first or second client. So that is exciting. Matthew, yes, if you're tuning in and have any questions, let us know. Kara says, currently not being appreciated, but my boyfriend currently isn't working and we have a 6-week-old. I'm scared to take the leap, but I really want to quit my full-time job. I need help with getting clients. Awesome. Yes, Kara. Sometimes being in a tough situation can be really, really challenging. For me, I felt like quitting my job and just jumping into this full speed ahead was the best thing for me and my family. Other people in the academy do the same thing, but we also have people in the academy that grow this business while they are still working. And then once they have a decent amount of clients, then they quit their job and do this full time. I will say personally, from what I've seen, you will go faster if you just jump right into this and devote all of your time on it. But if you think you're the kind of person that might be held back a little bit by mindset issues, you definitely want to try to get a couple clients first before you quit your job. But Kara, if you want to talk about how we can help you in the academy, make sure you book a call with us and we can kind of go over that with you. But working in a job a lot of times does make you feel very underappreciated, for sure. Megan says the book is definitely worth the read. Awesome. Thank you so much. Kayleen says, I'm not able to hear anything. Is anybody else having issues? Hopefully you guys can all hear. I hope everybody can hear. And maybe go back and watch the replay, Kayleen, if you aren't able to hear. What else do we got? Valley says, do you have to have a degree in accounting or bookkeeping experience? No, you don't. You do not have to have a degree. You do not have to have experience. You do not have to have certifications. So 95% of the people in our Bookkeeper Academy have had no prior experience or exposure to bookkeeping whatsoever. And we actually prefer to help those that don't know anything. We have a lot of teachers, we have a lot of nurses, we have a lot of vet techs, people in those kind of industries that actually really just like to help people. They are most suited for our jobs. Servers, we have a lot of servers, waitress staff, office admin, students in our academy. And we help you take those skills of helping people and then turn them into how can you help business owners get control of their finances through offering bookkeeping services. So it's still a very rewarding type of business to run if you like to help people. But you do not need experience. And most of our students that come back and are mentors in our academy that now have successful businesses, they did not have any experience either. Let's see. Okay, this is all new to me, and I know I'll struggle some days and want to give up because I sometimes lack confidence, but I've never done bookkeeping before. How, and if so, how does the academy help with this? So the academy is going to be really great for this particular person because we are all about building you up, lifting you up. We are a family, a tight-knit community, and we all help each other every day. So we do a lot of calls around mindset. You can't grow a business if you don't have your head on straight. So that is the number one priority in the academy, is how to help you think about all of this stuff, how to understand it, how to enjoy it, how to manifest clients, how to talk to people, get that confidence around talking to people. All of that stuff is something that we help out. So you just have to be willing and open to learning about this stuff and understanding that there are going to be times where you have to do some things that might make you feel a little uncomfortable, but it's so worth it because your life is going to be so much better, and it's going to change for the better for you and your family in ways that you only dream about right now. So as long as you're willing to learn, you're going to be great at this. Natasha says, how much money do you need to invest to start being a bookkeeper? I'm a stay-at-home mother of 2. Great question. So we have a couple of different options for our program. So if you want to learn more about that, you can book a call with us and we'll go over it. However, the additional things that you're going to need to have funds for when you start your business are very minimal, but important. You will most likely need to get your LLC. And that cost varies per state. In Missouri, it's $50. In California, it's $800. You don't have to start with an LLC, but if you have the money to invest right from the beginning, that's always best. You're going to need a computer of some sort. You can use a Chromebook, laptop, PC, whatever you want to use. As long as you have access to the internet, then you'll be good, because pretty much everything we use is internet-based. We do use Excel. You can also use Google Sheets. So you'll need to know how to do that. If you have an Excel subscription, you may need that. And then the other thing that you're going to need is an email address. So you'll spend like $5 to $15 to buy yourself a domain name for your website, and you'll use that domain name to set up your email address. Your email address is going to cost you about $6 a month, super cheap. And then if you do join the academy and you want us to design your website, we use a really awesome program called ClickFunnels, and there is a $97 monthly fee for that. It's totally optional in the beginning and you don't have to use it. And we're actually considering starting to bundle that into our program in the coming months. So something to think about there. And then the other thing is, once you get your first client, you'll need errors and omissions insurance, which is about $20 to $40 a month, depending on the types of coverage that you decide on. And we walk you through all of this stuff in our program. So don't be overwhelmed, but just to give you an idea. And we usually don't recommend that you get that insurance until you've gotten your first client. So the first client should yield you a minimum of $300 a month. So as you can see with your first client, you will be able to cover all of your overhead, all of your business expenses, and still have some left over even with one single client. So I don't know how many of you know much about being business owners, but a bookkeeping business is one of the most profitable business ventures that you could ever go into, because the overhead is so low. The expenses are so low. So great question. The website again, I think it is www.stayatHomeBookkeeper.com. Adri says, where can we check if our business name idea is taken or not? Great question. You will want to Google it and see if you can find any business names that pop up over Google that are the same as yours. And you definitely want to avoid using them, especially if they're in your same state. I think you can go to your state Secretary of State website and Google names there as well. But I really just rely on Google for that. Great question, Adri. Amanda says, for the websites, do I need to send you my logo? Yes, we walk you through that whole process in our Please Customize My One program to rule them all website. And a logo is one thing that we need, although we are also going to add that into our program here very soon. So let us know if you're struggling with that at all, and we can work to get you taken care of. Kara says, what if you don't make that in a month? Is there a refund of the program? Oh, great question. We do not offer refunds. We do not offer any refunds because we guarantee the success of our students as long as they are following through the program. So you definitely want to make an informed decision before you enroll. So that's why we offer free discovery calls so you can talk to our team and make sure that this is right for you. And then it depends on like what effort and time you put into things to be able to actually get this type of return on investment. So hopefully I answered your question there, Kara. Nicole says, so if you just purchase the course, you have no support at all. That is correct. The bookkeeping course is completely DIY. We do have the option of individual help tickets that you can purchase for $197, but it's only a 30-minute Zoom call. And oftentimes questions that come up will take longer than 30 minutes to discuss. So it would be more beneficial to be in the academy. But yes, we do not offer any kind of support for the DIY course, which is why we recommend that all of our students that really want to be successful, they join the academy so we can really make sure that you are successful. Tamika, we have a couple of different options for our program price-wise, so we prefer to chat about that on the call and determine which one is right for you, and then we help work out the investment details with you there. Melinda says, can we purchase a la carte all the courses so we don't have to pay all in one shot? Melinda, I've gotten this question a lot over the years. And I have taken the bookkeeping course and I have chunked it out into 4 separate courses. So you can purchase them separately, although you will be paying double than what you would if you just purchase the course bundle, the bookkeeping course bundle. However, the Bookkeeper Academy, we do not allow any kind of a la carte option there. So when we offer the support, it's all bundled and there is no payment plan on that. There is no a la carte separate option for our academy. So hopefully that answered your question, Melinda. Megan says, is the academy self-paced? And what's the average time that people typically start the academy to their first client? Yes, academy is totally self-paced. And the reason that we give you guys 12 full months in the academy is because we know that everyone in this group, you guys are all busy moms. You've got a lot of plates to be juggling, and we want you to work at your own pace. We don't want you to feel pressured to get through the program in 6 or 12 weeks and feel stressed about it. So you have 12 months. And then after the 12 months, we do have a continuation plan for you as well if you want to stay in there longer. And that's totally fine. This is all on your time. And we've designed this program to really change your life. So for everyone, that looks different. And we want to help each individual person reach their goals in the way that best suits them. So question. And again, the average time people typically start the academy to when they get their first client is anywhere from the first week up to about 3 months of joining. But it varies greatly depending on how much time that they put in to growing the business. So honestly, a good chunk of people get their first client in the first month, a really large chunk. Great question. Hey, Pamela, I hope you are tuning in, and let us know if you have questions, even if you are watching the replay. Um, Pewley, what a pretty name. Pewley, do you have to meet business owners in person in order to get clients? No, you absolutely do not. What a great question. In this day and age, especially post-COVID, it is so much more acceptable to meet people in Zoom or even just talk to them over the phone or in Facebook Messenger chat. You can get clients all over Facebook without ever having to meet them in person. Chelsea is one of the ladies in our academy right now, and she grew her business up to the point of being able to do this like as her main source of income, but she grew it while she had an in-home daycare. So she was babysitting kids from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. along with having her children as well, and was able to grow this business, and now no longer has to run her in-home daycare at all. But so that can give you an idea of how easy it is to be able to grow this. Now, I'm not going to say she didn't put in a lot of hard work. She definitely did. But in the grand scheme of things, this is very easy compared to taking care of a bunch of kids all day long for even less money. So hopefully that answered your question. Kara says, do you have to stay in the academy to keep your clients? No, you don't. This is not an MLM. This is not a pyramid scheme type of company. We coach you a skill, and you take that skill and you make money for years to come. So we call this planting the seeds of your money tree. When you invest in the academy, you're buying some seeds that you can plant into your brain, and then a money tree blossoms from there. So when you sign on clients, they are your clients. You keep 100% of that money. We do not charge you for anything that in relation to your clients at all. It is a one-time program investment, and we teach you how to do it. So you get to keep everything 100%, and we show you how to grow your business. So this is your business. Great question. Okay, I'm super excited. I got caught up on these questions. If there's more coming, I'll definitely answer more. But I want to share with you guys another really cool perk of having this business. So a lot of us are doing this business because we want to be there for our kids. We want to do this for our family, et cetera, et cetera. But sometimes you can do stuff for yourself. And that is really exciting. So I'm going to share a picture of what I did for myself this weekend. And you guys are going to have your mind blown. Okay, so this is a new car that I just bought. Our RV is in the background. This is a 2018 Audi R8 convertible. And in case you guys don't remember, I have 5 kids, and this car only seats 2. And it's the most ridiculous and impractical and expensive thing I've ever bought in my entire life. But I love this thing. I am so excited to just go for a drive. It has been the most fun thing I've ever done for myself. And ever since I was 15, when I first started learning how to drive, I have always wanted a convertible. And I've never gotten one because I have been a mom since I was 21. And I've never been able to do something like this for myself because it wasn't practical at the time. And because we frankly just didn't have the money because I was making so many sacrifices to be able to stay home with my kids. So when you do this, when you grow this business, even if it's for your family, you are personally going to reap so many rewards that it's like so many I can't even count. And I'm just so excited to share this opportunity with you guys and share this. I probably wouldn't have done this, made this purchase if I hadn't been getting some awards with a partner that I'm affiliated with, which you guys will all be able to be affiliated with as well in the academy, as well as other partners where you can earn awards and things like this as well. But I just wanted to share how exciting it is to be able to do something for yourself, even if it's outrageous, expensive, impractical. The business opportunity and becoming a business owner and changing your world, changing your life, it is so absolutely worth it. And it's so incredible. And it's so fun. And I don't know if you guys know much about cars. I'm not really a supercar person, but this is a supercar. This isn't even just a regular convertible. It is a V, you can see on here, it's a V10. It is a super fancy sports car. And I sometimes just need to pinch myself, like, what life am I living? And I just want to tell you guys that the students in the academy do that all the time. We are here to help support you so that you can constantly up level your life. If you want to get to the point where you can afford a supercar as just some fun toy that you have, we're going to help you get there. If you just want to have a business so that you can go on vacation every year and not have to worry or stress about money, or you want to take your kids on a really expensive Disney cruise, we will help you get there. That is the whole point of the academy. We are here to change your lives and really help you guys live the life that you're dreaming about right now, because what you're dreaming about can actually really happen. And this business is just a tool to help you reach those goals. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the live today. And I really have fun talking with you guys about this kind of stuff. It's really, really fun for me. We are here every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Time. So tune into the next live and ask me any questions that you have. And in the meantime, if you want to talk more about this, please book a call with us. We offer free discovery calls. Grab the link below and book a call, and we will chat all of this through with you. And let me know, what do you guys think about that car? What do you think about it? It's really crazy, right? A mom of 5 just bought a 2-seater convertible car. I can't even take my kids for a ride. It's so crazy, but it's fun. It's super fun, and I'm really excited. And I'm excited to help you guys be able to buy stuff for yourself and do things for yourself too, because you are important as a person and a mom, but as a person too. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the live, and I look forward to seeing you guys all next week. All right, bye everyone.